All right, and all right, and welcome everyone to our second playoffs match for the FMC. Tonight we have a game between the 501st versus the joint team Maritime Vanguard, and I am going to be the play-by-play caster tonight. UB, also known as Sierra Chantabala, and I'm joined here by two co-casters. If you can introduce yourselves.
Staff Sergeant Ridgway, aka Tony, tall boy.
Senor
And
Marvel or Luna.
all right, so started off, as you guys can see, I am going to be talking as a dog. This is what you guys are gonna get from me. I'm not gonna put a face cam out there, but beginning the actual game talk, BioFirst is immediately going to pick a signature for good and bad pick from their team, the immediate Briar.
Good game. Go next. Game two. Let's go.
They're spinning that wheel right now, and I swear to God, there's like a 10% sliver where it's Porter carries, and I kind of want to see that this game because right now it's not a very good rep.
I mean, I've seen it firsthand that he hurts. That was the one game that we had where we beat the 29th as the Vikings. He was e-subbing and caused a lot of controversy.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Now they're coming out with a Malphite pick as well for the sci-fi. Just immediately locked in, no hesitation. The joint has Fiddle Shen. The team comps on both sides are the Luxman from Juicy as well. So, for those who haven't watched or seen Juicy play last season, Lux is one of his signature champs that has at least 32A felt the pain of playing into it. It is disgusting. It is strong. So I think he's pulling out all the stops this time. I think he's ready to win it all.
What's funny is I think they triple banned him on the 501st. I think they went 3 bans for Juicy, and he's like, you thought
you thought you're gonna get more. And they're actually going to take out ADCs to try to remove a bit of Toman's pool. That's going to be 3 total ADC bans for Wazdo here. There's not very many options left for him, honestly, and they're still going to pick an ADC on the side of a joint team. So right now, both for the final first, they still need a bot lane to pick up, while a joint team, yeah, both sides are just picking the bot lane here, just straight up. Unless that Phil 6 is support, which is going to be very unconventional, but I wouldn't doubt it. All right, there's gonna be a Caitlyn. You can put the Caitlyn on board here. Um, Not my favorite ADC, considering it's a Malphite, and Caitlyn is what I would consider personally a burst type ADC. Not she doesn't bring out consistent DPS to damage tanks. I feel like she's just gonna tickle this Malphite, who's just gonna tank a lot of her damage straight up. The classic Leona pick from the 501st here. Favorite of theirs. I'm curious to see what they pull out for Wazdo. Any thoughts so far from the drafts on both sides?
I mean, I feel like the Caitlyn and Lux are gonna really have to be aggressive in the beginning because if they let that Malphite build up, it's like you said, it's just gonna not really do much towards the end there. But I don't know. I feel like if Lux and Caitlyn can be annoying enough, they can try to maybe slow them down a little bit.
Okay, they're gonna actually opt in for the Ezreal for Wazdo here. So a lot of self peel, and a lot of backline DPS. Very safe distance, hard to catch. It's gonna be very hard to hit him with a Shenton or a Morgana Q or Caitlyn combo. The last pick Morgana is pretty good, honestly. And that actually might secure their bot lane because I don't think there's a way for Leona to actually CC through that unless Wazdo breaks Black Shield with his W first. So this is gonna be a bit of a rough bot lane, but if they play to scale, it should be fine. What do you think, Tony?
I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of fights. If last night taught me anything, it's that it being the playoffs doesn't mean that anybody's scared to fight each other. So I think there's a lot of engage on both sides. A lot of really good lockdown. It's a tough match to call this early. I want to see how how both teams are coming into this and their mindset and kind of what their strategies are going to be. I kind of feel like the 501st just wants to be hitting heavy, hitting hard, and hitting constantly. And the joint team is probably going to want to take a little time to stack up first, with getting fiddlesticks online, making sure that Caitlyn is getting enough farm. But we will definitely see what kind of roadblocks that Briar throws in.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this is just going to be a the 10%. The wheel has hit 10%. I'm praying. All right. Any final thoughts from you, Rundle?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know anything beyond bottom lane. That's my bread and butter. That's all I ever play.
You know what? That's pretty real.
Yeah, people always say like, oh, this is gonna counter this. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just here to, see what happens.
Hey, I mean, if you're here just to throw in some witty comments here and there, I'm all for it. All right.
Sir.
So they're going to draft their champions in now and then get started in their lobbies. If there are no closing remarks, we can take a short break before the game starts. Anything else from anyone here? Nothing?
No, let's get right into
Done?
it.
All right. Then we'll go ahead and just wait for the in-game draft to finish. Personally, I think the 501st is just better. That may be favoritism, as I'm going to their side later on. But as of as of this season, they're better, but not as good as 32nd. So
A lot of
no bias
favoritism
whatsoever.
coming. A lot of
No
favoritism coming from the
bias
play-by-play. Holy moly!
no bias whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
Just speaking facts. And the fact is, I'm currently their nightmare when they play against us, and they can deal with it until I'm on their team.
So I've seen a lot of good things come from, Briar, Malphite, Ari, like Ezreal. But Joint looks like they have an annoying team to play against. Like if I queued up and saw that, I would want to just go next at that point.
If they play strictly around like their range with the Lux and Caitlyn, they might be able to deter any sort of they might poke them out before they get any hard engage going. But honestly, with the unstoppable R button or the unstoppable Briar ult, or just Leona ult in general, I don't think they have very many means of escapes.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play around split team fights because they can be really annoying with their CC, but if they don't pull it off correctly, then they might as well not have it at all.
Yeah.
Wasdo's disgusting as is, and him being on Ezreal is going to prove to be very complicated for the joint team.
I think the game just all hinges on backline here. It's going to be Wasdo and Bell versus like the rest of them, unless Porter like pops off, Sejuani's flail pops off on Briar, which we've seen happen. Again, I'm praying for that 10% to have hit on this wheel that they're spinning. I'm sure he's spinning in his room right now. Maybe twice, just because he didn't get it the first time. All right. So as we load into the game, let's take a short break. Make sure to stay hydrated, everyone, and stay strapped. Stay excited as we start off our playoffs games with game 1 for tonight. Alrighty, and welcome back. This is going to be game 1 for the playoffs between the 501st Large Skill Gap versus the joint team Maritime Vanguard. I'm going to be your play-by-play caster tonight. I'm Yubi, also known as Senior Amachantabala, and I'm joined here by my two co-casters here.
Staff Sergeant Ridgeway, also known as Tony Tallboy.
Senior Mirandell, also known as Luna.
I love how your Christian name is Yubi, and you're known as sometimes Senior Evan Chatamala.
Sometimes, just in case. But to start off for introductions, I will go ahead and introduce the 501st because for reasons unknown, I have a bit of a favoritism for it. Actually, there is a potential invade going on here. I kind of want to see what happens before I start anything. Catch myself. They have 5 in the enemy red side, but it looks like the 501st did catch and retreat safely. So the JT will have to just back off for now. No vision for them to see. Okay, cool. They do have a ward on the red buff, so they will be able to tell which side Sejuani's fill starts here. But regardless of that, now that we can actually get started with introductions, again, starting from the blue side, the 501st, in the top lane, we have Set Phaser's Stun as Tech Sergeant Jones. We have Staff Sergeant Porter as Sejuani's Flail in the jungle. We have Senior Airman Bailey as Belle the Bolivar in mid lane. We have Senior Airman Toman as Wazdo in the ADC role. And we have Senior Airman Redman as Barely Copper in the support role. Does anyone else want to do JT, or do I have that too?
Yeah, I can take JT. We got Specialist Dodson as Yordle Enjoyer up on top. Corporal Perez, aka My Queen, My Love in the jungle. Specialist Moore, aka Juicy Kooky. Said it right. Over in mid lane, CWT1 Herworth, aka Azazel. On ADC, and CTI1 Stecker, known as the Lunch Lady, supporting him.
All right, so that is both sides introduced, and now we can get into the gameplay talk. All right, I'm saying all right a lot. I have my eyes fanning around a lot right now because I'm just checking out so many things on my monitor. But just regarding that top side, it looks like it's already very violent. And Sejuani's Phil actually opts in for a 3-camp gank and just immediately goes on Yordle Enjoyer. Not looking at him. Killing Screen does come out. Flash does come out from both sides from Yordle Enjoyer and Sejuani's Flail. But he is able to make it out just barely with his life here. And he will be forced to TP back here. This is some early tempo coming out from Sejuani's Flail here that is going to give Set Phasers a pretty good start to the lane.
I mean, we've seen Sejuani act aggressive in previous matches as well. It just seems like something he likes doing.
I just looked at the chat, and you know what? I'm going to follow what one of our viewers is saying. Yordle Enjoyer top lane had a name change throughout this season. He was previously known as Druid. And I think that name is going to be a little bit more appropriate than his current name, so I'm going to refer to him as that. So for any viewers here, do know that I'm talking about the JT top laner when I say Druid.
I don't know what could possibly be inappropriate about Yordle Enjoyer. You want to give me some context on that? Or?
I will not give you context, and that can be left for the After Dark podcast that will be starting tomorrow.
Ooh, I'm excited. Who's in that?
That's a very good question.
A little fight going on top lane here.
Small fight going on, small trade going on top lane here, as both jugglers are going to meet each other in the bot side here. Right, My Queen, My Love immediately going to get stunned, but Black Shield does come out as they're going to send forward with using Flash and Barely Copper, and My Queen, My Love will barely escape with his life there.
That Black Shield from the Lunch Lady coming out so clutch, saving saving Fiddlesticks there.
Really did. That's what we're talking about though. With Black Shield, they have no actual way to CC the enemy during laning phase because they don't have quite the damage to break through.
I mean, even though he got away, it was still a good engage on the start of that fight.
It was. It really.
They kind of had him dead to rights without that more down a bit.
And now Oh boy, Fiddle, my queen, my love, losing a little bit of tempo there with Sejuani's Flail, getting to get back into jungle and get more of that farm.
Wait, am I seeing this wrong? Wait, I'm not gonna lie, I was not paying too much attention to what's happening topside, but I know that Druid got ganked early and he recalled. Did he not use TP, but set phasers did? Because I see it on cooldown.
That's what it looks like.
Looks like my queen, my love is going to get hit by a charm here as it's going Sejuani's Flail coming in to... actually, they were able to finish him with Spirit Rush from Ari, and that's going to be first blood going to Bella the Boulevard. Whoa. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but that happened so suddenly, I didn't expect it.
No shield there to save my queen, my love, unfortunately.
No shield
as Fiddlesticks goes down.
Yeah, Fiddle is just getting hit early.
The standard Lux reaction of hitting any light binding ever, just throw out the final spark, because why not? And you know what? I'm all for it. It did maybe 30% of Belle's HP, but, you know, since you got the light binding, may as well throw it out.
Bella the Boulevard's strategy here should probably be to just stay as close to Juicy Cookie as possible in farm and kills and not go down. So getting that early kill, that could very well help as long as they maintain that sort of tempo in the middle.
Oh, Unstoppable Force does come out and actually gets Joy down under tower as Sejuani's Flail is going to finish that dive on. TP for Juicy Cookie does finish him off, and he's going to actually run down Set Phaser's stun here. No, the Seismic Shard does give him the movement speed to escape here. What a good TP in reaction to the dive here.
Fantastic. Oh.
Set Phaser's unfortunately pathed in a really bad way, so if he had to flash to escape the singularity from Lux there. No way to actually live without flashing. That was unfortunate. Sorry to cut you off there again. But as you were...
I played with Porter, or casted rather, with Porter last night, so I'm quite used to it.
Alright, that's going to be a kill now onto both mid laners who are having a 0 death, 1 kill game so far. But as it is right now, it is slightly favored towards the side of 501st due to the extra kill on Briar. This might be a good set of luck for his early snowball, you know, to get him started on the complete dominance track that he showed against the 29th. He's going to Blood Rush over the wall and see if he can get Druid here. Does not land any significant damage and will just clear wave.
I mean, it seems like his world top is getting a lot of help from their jungle, and as soon as jungle leaves, it seems like they kind of get pushed in a little bit. So I'm kind of curious how it's going to turn out later on in the game.
One thing I am noting is that neither top laners are doing very well on CS values. So they're going to be, it's going to take a little longer for each side to get online with the proper HP and armor they'll need to tank mid game. But damn, sorry.
I was saying, yeah, Briar knew that she could kind of be a little bit more aggressive with ganks because Fiddlesticks got set back. But at some point, I mean, you got to get your camp. Like, that's going to take away from their top's health.
And this is just a classic Malphite treatment top lane. Like, he just sits there and just throws seismic shards all day, and you're eventually going to get poked down because, as it is, Druid is not having a great time. He's almost at half HP from the casual trades, while Set Phaser is just as healthy as he can be. Like, he goes in for the taunt trades here, but he lost out. He lost more HP than Set Phaser did there for sure. So both objectives have been taken. What do you think are win cons for either side here? What is the way that each side wins?
On the side of the 501st, Briar.
Briar?
I kid. The Ezreal can scale very well, very well into the mid lane game. He could be an absolute menace. On the other side, I think the joint team need to just try to stay ahead.
Maybe both junglers are poised here.
I know. We might see something big.
Juicy just in top lane, bullying Set Phasers. Final Spark does come out. Actually
That's
hits
tough.
and allows Joy to finish him off. Very well done by him. Wow. And both jugglers are still sitting in the bot side, waiting for something to happen. I don't think anything is happening down here. I'm not gonna lie. they're just chilling.
JT's
really
got a couple of good lane pushes with their minions, but it seems like they were able to recover from that pretty easily.
It's like Dragon is going to be coming up in 90 seconds, but Grubs is back up, or is currently up on the top side. I wonder which side is going to prioritize which objective first. The gold lead from earlier has been narrowed down significantly. Not that it was that big in the first place, but now it's almost dead even due to the top pick onto that phasers. Unfortunately, full grab is not working. But other than that, there is going to be an eclipse coming out from Briar right now. That's going to be a item spike for sure, all ready for the dragon that's coming up. That is going to be pretty hard for them to deal with if the fiddle does not have anything at match.
Juicy Kooky lead there with gold. That's a bad sign for the 501st, I would say, especially on the Lux pick.
Oh, okay, looks like Snowstorm is going to come out here as two-man Unstoppable Force, while the Certain Death does come out as well. Bella Boulevard does get caught out by Lunch Lady and Kooky on the side there, as the Drawing Spell is going to finish off Druid here and run down My Queen, My Love. The Briar is popping off, is coming the double root onto Bailey Copper, just bullying him, but he is going to get the Zenith Blade onto Morgana here and stun him down for Sejuani's Flail to come finish off. Flashback in to hit the stun onto Lunch Lady as they are trying to run away, but the double root combo is just not enough from Morgana and Kooky to keep the peel onto Leona. There is too much CC coming out from this one champion that I totally don't have a bias against and I absolutely do not despise. Just keeping him down for Sejuani's Flail to come and clean him up.
Yep, here we go. Here comes the Briar. She's already online. It's been 12 minutes.
3 in 1. Oh, Juicy Kooky is in a very, very awkward spot here. He's going to get caught by Zenith Blade again and does go down as Bella Bovar has respawned and come in with Spirit Rush. My Queen, My Love able to terrify her away, but she is going to Spirit Rush back and get a double kill. That's 2 now for this in that fight, and it's going to be a 7-3 lead on the side of 501st. It is looking really good right now for both Sejuani's Flail and Bella Boulevard. That is not a start you want to see, especially seeing Porter's performance on a Fed Briar earlier this season.
I mean, Lux is playing well overall. Like, her ults have kind of turned things into, like, you know, multiple different lanes, but I mean, there's only so much you can do by yourself.
Does eat the singularity here. Oh my god, Flash does come out, and the light binding was gonna hit if Bell didn't flash there. That was actually a really pretty well placed.
The damage that she's doing is crazy.
It is crazy. It is. Oh, Lunch Lady is going to face check Bailey Copper and Wazdo here, as it's going to be another kill in the pockets of Sejuani's Flail, as Certain Death does come out and hits Kooky. Will get the light binding and is going to look to walk towards oh, My Queen, My Love. Crowstorm does come out as Sejuani's Flail is looking to focus. Stand Unite does come out. No, it does not come out. Sorry,
yeah,
that was just a massive shield in general from her. That's my mistake. That's my mistake.
Sejuani knew that they had to shut down that Lux a bit more, but that was definitely an overextend.
Yeah, I don't think that was working out. That was a little bit of a throw there. Oh my goodness, a double light binding for Kooky as he comes out to help out Azazel here. Now Wazo is looking in a 1v2, but he's just going to be taken down by an auto attack due to the passive. Top lane, Unstoppable Force comes out onto Yordle Enjoyer as he's just going to walk away, has a slow follow-up damage because it's just a Malphite. But that Juicy did not opt to recall there. He actually came bottom and just turned around the bot lane dynamic over its head. Wazdo and Bailey Copper just went down like that.
That was a big swing for JT. You got the shutdown on Briar. That gold went to Fiddlesticks, who already has Malignant, so he needed that. And some kills on Lux, which you super don't need if you're the 501st.
It's looking pretty tough because the lead that they just had has now been tossed onto even grounds, right? they're gonna have to play standard again because of this. Although there is the Eclipse Spike, there's 2 Malignants out on the side of JT. So if either Juicy or oh my god, Light Binding, Bush Check. Wow, just what? Wazdo, no chance to play as Co-Storm from My Queen My Love comes out as Sejuani's Flail and the Malignance Bird. This is what I was talking about.
Y'all were asking about win cons earlier. It's Lux. That's my bad.
The
It's
Lux
Lux.
is actually doing insane damage right now as the taunt does hit Seth Phase to the stun. He's trying to walk away. He does make it out because he's an Ultra Tank. But man, the assassin, this is what I'm talking about, Juicy's Lux. He played this last season, and he was just a bush assassin. He just sat there waiting for all their squishy targets to walk by and one-tap him just like that. Oh, God, that's disgusting.
9 stacks on that Dark Seal. We got to take Lux down immediately.
He's going for that Veg-Eyes. He has to go with the Veg-Eyes. There's no other way. Bailey Copper going to get a Zenith Blade onto the Lunch Lady here as the ulti does come out, but the Soul Flare does not quite catch anyone. And Belle de Boulevard does Spirit Rush and gets chunked down, and will have to retreat from that. Oh, man. That Morgana Black Shield, like, paying dividends right now. Dividends against Leona. Very solid pick, honestly. That was a great counter pick in the bot lane there. Top lane just still wet noodling each other, so not too much happening here. JT does get the first turret mid lane and gets Herald onto the second. That's going to put momentum onto theirs. They do actually fully get the second turret mid. Wow, that actually opens up the map like crazy for them. And the gold lead is swinging very quickly into their favor right now, as they have secured 2 dragons, not 2 dragons, 2 towers and a dragon. They are slightly ahead in neutrals right now. The gold lead is now swung in their favor for the first time throughout the game, not counting the very tiny slivers near the beginning.
Well, it's like My Queen My Love might be bugged, showing 0 gold there on the grab.
That's true. I don't know why My Queen has 0 gold, but Yordle Enjoyer, sorry, Druid did just hit level 11, so that's gonna be a significant, stronger shield for these team fights coming in. And honestly, wait, is Juicy looking for another? Okay, he is, but it's not on the target he wants. So the Spinal Spark does not come out. And the lead from he's actually going to face check into 4 gas. The Pro-Storm does come out. Sejuani's Flail is going to be taken down here right before the dragon does come up. That is not where he wants to be alone without his front line near him. The Malphite wasn't there with Unstoppable Force, and the Leona wasn't there to also help him. That was not a good spot for him.
I mean, Sejuani was going to be the only thing that could really turn this around with Deluxe playing like that, but after the overextend and that, not looking fantastic.
But it does just take 1 or 2 good picks to put Briar right back on the map. It's not going to take too much. He is certainly not scared right now. He's not shaking in his boots by any means. All he's got to do is go out there, find the right engage, and pick off some, unsuspecting Morgana or Fiddlestick.
Yeah, there's one thing I'm impressed about is both sides ADCs actually have a really high CS per minute right now, like hovering around 9. And it's even more so impressive for Wazzo considering, Certain Death does come out, and the Unstoppable Force does actually come out as well onto Juicy Fuki. Shen does pull out the Stand United to try to give him Master Shield, save him. JT does manage to secure Drake here, and they will disengage as a team here, and nothing else to be gained. Yeah, that was a really good Certain Death, but I think the Unstoppable Force might have been a little too early there. They really wanted to shut down Juicy, but barely didn't have enough damage, especially with the shield from Shen. Holy.
I mean, considering Lux had, 2, 3 ults dropped on her, the peel from JT is just fantastic, getting Juicy out of there just in time.
Yeah, right now, it looks like just all of JT's team is just around Juicy right now, while Five First had their carry moments divided between Bell and Sejuani's Flail, but I think the lead was lost. They need to find a way to gain it back somehow, either through getting some more kills onto Sejuani or Sejuani's Flail, or maybe starting to get their Ezreal online. It's not looking too favorable for them right now. They are at a disadvantage, advantageous position. English is hard. Zazo knows something is up. He's playing back.
Well, support's also going to lane gank top, it looks like. Morgana going to assist the Shen.
There is Baron coming up, so they might be like looking to set up around it. And we do know the Final First loves an early Baron coin flip, but I don't know if they're in a position to start it, so they might just be waiting for the enemy to start it, while the JT will just be waiting for Final First near the area. If set phasers notice Morgana there? Okay, Azazel does get the bot turret for free. Wow, just for free, I guess. Unfortunate for Final First. That's another massive swing towards him. Caitlyn already as is, even though she's only at 1 kill, the tower gold and just maintaining her current CS numbers, she's pretty strong. I don't know if she doesn't have quite enough for Infinity Edge, but if she was able to get that, she would be able to really run down these fights right now. Actually, I'm so surprised. I guess somehow Wazdo has 2 full items before Azazel. But I think that might just be because S3 is so much cheaper. Setting up around Baron here.
Wanzo is also up in farm, so he probably has does he have a little bit of a gold lead?
But is it enough? Is 10 CS enough to negate like the 1 kill lead that Caitlyn has?
I mean, if a couple of them are cannons, sure.
True. That would mean Azazel would have to miss like 4 cannons, and I would not be a happy ADC roster. Oh, Spirit Rush does come out. The charm does hit Azazel. He's going to go down to Wazdo. The damage does come out. That is actually, he got so lucky with his crits. That's a 20% crit chance on an Essence Reaper, and I saw him do it twice. That is burst in the form of pure luck right there, and I feel so bad for Azazel right now that he died to that.
And that is what the 2 items looks like on Ezreal.
It really does. It's unfortunate that Azazel doesn't quite reach until now, but he does buy the Infinity Edge and will come out of base with it in about 10 seconds. All right, so now Wazdo is able to show off a little bit of damage display that he can indeed kill when CC is present. Bell the Boulevard trying to get to tier 1 tower, but it's going to be cleared by the final spark from Lux. Not going to be able to.
The top jungle on minimap looks horrifying. If I saw 3 fiddlesticks on map, I would be absolutely horrified.
Just 3 crow storms waiting at any moment. I never realized that was a thing in Spectator. That's kind of funny, actually.
I've never seen it. That's crazy.
Top lane, both, unlike their bot lane counterparts, are not doing too hot in the CS department, despite being 2 tanks wet noodling each other. I was honestly expecting them to be on the higher ends of CS, but yeah, they're currently hot.
Shen did go Titanic Hydra, which is an interesting first choice. Not really sure what the.
You would definitely think that he'd be higher than 5 CS per minute with that.
Yeah.
First tower going to go to set phasers. No, he does absolutely no damage to the tower. I'm sorry, but that's just funny. That's just funny to see. All right, and Druid does come back top in time to basically defend the turret, but it's just going to continue as a pseudo farm fest where both tanks can't farm.
Is that Hollow Radiance on Malphite? Isn't that an MR item?
It is an MR item.
I mean, we're afraid of Lux. I get it.
We are afraid of Lux. That is real, but you would think that she'd go Kinetic or something instead, you know? Oh, the Dark Binding does hit Wazdo here, and massive damage comes out, but was not able to finish him with the ace in the hole. Final Spark is going to get launched and blindly hit him, but does not quite land its mark. And Wazdo will have to retreat here, as JT is going to look to secure their 3rd dragon. This is not looking good for Final First at all. Are they going to take this fight without Wazdo? Cold Storm does come out, and it's going to immediately be charmed in, as Stand United does come in as well. Juicy Cookie does hit a 2-man Light's Binding, but the damage from Sejuani's Flail does finish off My Queen, My Love. Flashlight Binding on does get Leona in the background, as Bella Boulevard will try to flash away and still go down to Azazel. That is going to be 3 down and from the side of Bio first, while they just secure Dragon without My Queen, My Love. The tempo is completely in favor of JT right now.
Completely agree with you.
What would I don't know how I'd play out of this, to be honest. What do you guys think?
I think we need to get these tanks involved in the team fights. I mean,
they both had TP up. Well,
Malphite sitting up there is not doing a whole lot. He needs to go help the team and start building some of those leads by winning a team fight or two.
I think you can sack a turret or two at this point. They really need to. Man, this is not looking good. Juicy took off the gloves this time because he is going crazy right now. 6-1 performance on Lux. And honestly, Fed Luxes are probably one of my least favorite Fed champions to go into because they're so safe and the damage output is beyond reasonable in my opinion as a non-Lux player.
My Queen, My Love still sitting at a very unfortunate 0 gold.
That is very unfortunate. I can't fix that one. Can't fix that one. Teleport does come out from Druid here onto Sejuani's flail as he's going to scream at him and pin him to the wall. Kind of kinky, but
interesting choice. Common Yordle Enjoyer L. Not Druid's L. I'm just saying for Yordle Enjoyers everywhere. That's a common L.
It's because Briar's in Yordle. Final Spark does hit Wazo here along with the Ace and all. He's just getting bullied. He just got bullied from off screen. He could not see either of those champions on the same screen as him, and he lost like over half of his HP. Hollow Radiance paying off right here as Malphite takes absolutely no damage from any of Punch Lady's abilities here. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Bella Bovar looking to get the tier 1 tower in retaliation to JT taking top here. Taunt does hit on set phasers along with the Dark Binding, and he's just going to be standing there watching. Zazel does land the trap Q combo.
Lux is currently trying to hold that tier 1 tower. Does not work.
They're looking for the shutdown. They are looking for the shutdown.
Did pull Briar's ult and she missed. So
JT's actually...
Can we start the counter for how many Briar ults are missed this game?
Oh. Wasto does scout out that JT's doing it, but there's nothing he can do to stop it. The TP from Set Phases does come out, but it's too late. They already have it. Spirit Rush from Ari does come in, hits a Zazel as Sejuani's Spell does come over the wall and actually gets My Queen, My Love. He is going to flash back over the wall to see how much more he can get. Yordle Enjoyer does get the taunt on him. Unstoppable Force does knock him up as Bailey Copper does come in as well to get the CC off. Juicy Kookie landing out a lot of damage here. Double light binding again. Wato hit by the Dark Binding, but he is able to get his Arcane Shift to barely make it out. And just a random ace in a hole to finalize the exchange between them. They're still looking here. I'm not sure if they should be, but because it's a 4v3 right now. Lunch Lady and Juicy set just positioning, looking to get some weird pincer onto the 4 of them. I don't think it's gonna happen. They still have 3 Barons on them. They can secure this. Right now, both teams are just looking at each other. A-ramming in the top lane. Final Spark does come out and hits Barely Copper, but not a lot of damage here. They're still fishing out for a root.
With the Fevel first having 2 tanks, I'm almost surprised that Lux doesn't have Leandries.
I think Lux's idea, I can understand Lux's idea behind it. It's more so if the carries are dead, the tanks don't matter. And that's exactly what he's doing.
That's fair.
Like, I'm surprised he didn't turn that into a Magi at this point, considering the type of game he's having. I would have had that as the Magi a long ass time ago, I'm not gonna lie.
Especially setting at 10 stacks the way he has.
Honestly, that should just be a rule in the FMC. If you're at 10 stacks Dark Seals, you have to buy Magi's. Just law. If Magi's not your second item, you will have to FF.
It's an evolving item, like the support items, but it does siphon gold out of your.
It does siphon gold. You have no choice but to spend gold on it.
automatic, what, 1300 or whatever, just docked from your pay.
You're docked from your actual LES. You just lose.
If you don't have enough money to pay for it, you just don't get paid IRL.
Oh man, what a cursed rule. Power first looking here to try and stop JT from getting their soul here. They are at soul point, so the pressure is on 504 to get something done. But JT just has to wait. They have to wait for them to make mistakes. Certain death does miss as the charm hits. And the Unstoppable does follow up, but this is all onto the Morgana. I don't know if it's worth it. Already Spirit rushing the backline, try to catch them as they do finish off the Lunch Lady up there. And Druid does go down as well. My Queen, My Love does get the Crow Storm in reaction to Bella Boulevard, but then the rest of File First walks into the Crow Storm for reasons unknown. As the Dry Spell comes in, the lifesteal's amazingly strong as he does finish him off. Azazel getting massively damaged here as he, Wazo walks into the light bind and coming out of the walls here from Juicy, and that is going to be an ace onto the 501st.
501st had good picks. If they would have just walked away and regrouped, it would have been so much better. But then they tried to push up into that with their health missing from the woman, the magic woman. I forgot her name. I wanted to say Jinx for some reason.
The Lux?
Yeah, the Lux. Because like the Luxol took out like half their health on 2 of them, and like they got those 2 picks down below, and they could have just walked away or regrouped. But then they were like, no, let's all push that encounter, like missing that much health, and they just immediately got.
Yeah, they get the 2 picks. I think they want to back up.
It was clean. It was if they walked away
into the
right
Crow
there.
Storm. Look at them. There's 3 of them in the Fiddlesticks Crow Storm. They're
Your
just
Ari
asking
cannot
to
be
eat
worth
damage.
that much. Your Ari cannot be worth that much.
This was really good here, but not able to get him away as Azazel just finishes it off, and Juicy does land the blind Q. Man,
I think the second part of that was selling it, to be honest.
You know what's horrifying is with that Spirit Visage in the Sterix gauge, Briar is gross. Did you see how fast Fiddlesticks disappeared?
Did, but it still didn't matter considering the amount of damage that was coming out from Azazel and Juicy. Like, Azazel is 6-1, Juicy's 8-1. That is a 3-item Caitlyn ready to just absolutely blow up any squishies that are there.
Especially that rapid fire.
As soon as Lux sees like Briar or Malphite try to push in, she's just gonna immediately try to ult the most people she can hit with her ult, and that's just gonna kind of decide the team fight from there. It feels like.
Yeah, I do want to point out, Lux does have Magi's now.
There it is! There it is! Unstoppable Force does come out and hit Azazel on the back line as the True Shot Barrage does come out, barely does any damage. Cold Storm hits absolutely no one as Andrade's Flail does run it and is forced to taunt himself into it. He is burning to death right now. Azazel does finish him off, barely copper. Zenith Lady and A's going to go down as well. Wazdo and Seth are the only people up walking away as Bell does join in. He managed to hit a charm onto Juicy Cookie, but doesn't have the damage to actually do anything significant with it. It is a disaster right now. JT is looking to just take mid-tier 3, and they're just slowly sieging it up. There's an 8k gold difference between both teams right now. They are just beating them with their wallets. Really all it is there is to this. Juicy with the 14,000 gold, 3,000 ahead of his lane opponent. Azazel slightly ahead of Wazdo, but Spirit Rush does come out here as they are going to continue with this fight, as Azazel is walking him down. Does finish him off with a red buff burn. Stephason does go down here. Inhibitor is saved, fortunately, from this, but JT will be setting up for the Baron here. Man, it's really hard for anyone on 501st to get their damage off properly. The JT has been playing so well to like peel for their backline. So well.
For a team with such kind of crazy engages, you know, having the Malphite, the Briar, the Leona, 501st really isn't getting the fights that they want.
Certain Death does come out onto Azazel here, but he's going to walk into a light binding. Baron does get secured by JT here by My Queen, My Love as they are trying to finish off Druid. He does go down as the rest of JT is trying to run away. Wazdo looking to chase down My Queen, My Love here. Juicy is going to be playing out of vision here, does not hit the light binding. Bell the Boulevard, Blast Cone's over, and Charm Frog will not be able to catch, and he will continue walking around 8-1 with a 1,000 gold bag on his head.
Juicy needs to be very careful here.
Azazel might get caught here as he does get hit by the Blood Rush stun. Flash comes out from Bailey Copper, also following him up with stun. Shutdown, 1k gold to Wazdo as the Final Spark does hit him and will not finish him off. And Sejuani's Spell will also make it away with a sliver of HP.
One down, one to go. 501st is coming for that bag, JT. Be careful.
Massive bounty towards the side of Ezreal here. The only issue is how is he going to apply it, because in these team fights he's just outranged by everything.
I mean, you guys said as well, like, they have a lot of engage, but as soon as they engage, you know, like, pops their ult, and they just walk backwards and just, like, outrange everything.
Sejuani's Flail did get caught by Lunch Lady here, unfortunately, followed by Final Spark, and he just gets massacred at his red buff.
You say his red buff, but Lux did steal that red buff with the Final Spark.
He did. That's real. That's true. Her ulti does now at this point, I'm pretty sure does more damage than a smite, so no way for him to actually hold that. Yeah, they have a Barret Siege going on here. This is my favorite part of any winning game. Seeing how teams use their Baron. Yeah, surely they don't just like walk it down separately and then lose their Baron buff like certain teams last night, right?
I really hope not, especially with Elder coming up in 60 seconds. I think playing smart here is better than getting goofy.
JT does have to take these fights slow, because at any point, if one fight won by the side of 501st can really turn the game around. They just have to win one fight and the game's turned on its head.
Yeah, that nearly 10k gold lead. I mean, it's big, don't get me wrong, but you have Wazdo on Ez and Sejuani's Spell and Briar. Those are two champions that can seriously just turn this entire game around with a couple of fights.
Don't know Rabadon to Lux, fortunately, although she is borderline there to full build. Once she hits it, it's not going to be looking good. Wazdo is getting 80% of his HP missing from the ult. Try 100%.
A lot of MR on the side of the 501st too, so those, you know, the little pokes from Lux and Fiddlesticks are doing less and less.
Playing on opposing sides of the river again as JT is looking to start Elder here, but is going to de-aggro. Juicy Cookie spotting out their flank points. Lady might be fishing out for a Dark Binding here. They're going to restart the Dragon. Dark Binding not hit. Bell on a good flank where there is no wards. They don't know where Bell is.
TP Malphite coming down. Shen coming down.
Shen also TPing in. He's going to taunt away. Certain Death does go in. It hits the Lunch Lady. Bell the Boulevard does come in with the charm as a massive shield from Druid does barely manage to save him. Pro Storm does amazingly high damage here. And 501st is just getting torn apart here. My Queen, My Love is able to go down. Wazdo trying to get as much damage as he can in the backline. Bell the Boulevard trying to Spirit Rush away, but does not have any more charges left. He's going to flash over the wall. Does not get away from the Caitlyn. And Wazdo is the only one alive. He is running. He is throwing out Mystic shots and is not doing enough. He is doing peanuts for damage right now. Throwing peanuts for damage. He's going to get run down by Druid here. I don't think there's anything he can do. He does get taunted. He's not able to escape with a buffered Arcane Shift. And that's going to be Elder for the side of JT.
Yordle, I'm so sorry for dissing the Titanic Hydra build. That's on me. I see it now. I see the vision.
Yeah, you better apologize.
Especially when he does have Kanik now. He does have Frostfire Gauntlet.
He does.
There's plenty of health being built to steal that Titanic Hydra.
So surely JT will end it with a Elder buff. They didn't end it with Baron, but with Elder, surely they end it, right?
If I know anything from last night's games, it ain't over till it's over, or until there's a Trundle sieging your base.
You know what? That's true. That's so true. Oh man, I'm still PTSD from seeing that. As someone who's also fell victim to that exact same play.
Go ahead.
Alright. No, JT, interesting enough, is still not looking to end the game. They're not grouping. What did he do? They're hovering around Baron. They took Baron to get Elder, but they got Elder only to continue hovering around Baron. Very interesting choices from JT here to close out this game.
To be fair, 12k gold. I think they just want to make sure that
Wait,
they're in it.
Sejuani's flail alone in topside. He does get a 2-man scream into the wall, but he's just gonna go down, walking into 3 people on his own.
That's tough.
No one in his team was nearby to help him there. That was a very interesting choice or position to be.
I mean, he's used to being a lot more aggressive, but like it's just not working out for him this match.
He had the lead, it just wasn't. It was just lost. It wasn't there anymore. Juicy got big quickly. Dark binding onto Set Phaser as he's just gonna go down by My Queen, My Love, training him off to the side, and finally JT will be looking to push into the base and look to end here. They do get 2 inhibitors. Will they continue the siege?
14k gold. I say just end it.
Set Phasers is still down for 35 seconds. Although Sejuani's flail is up, they don't have a hard engage button. Other than maybe certain death, but I don't know how well that's going to here.
JT's whole team is full health. I think this could probably just be it.
I think it's
Really
over.
is. The True Shot Barrage doing absolutely no damage as it hits 3 people. The taunt
fight.
does have with a double light binding here as Bell the Boulevard is going to have to Spirit Rush out. Crow Storm does come in, terrifies Bell as she is going to be silent and does not quite go down. And it is going to be over. Azazel does too much damage and Nexus is going to go down. Game 1 going to JT.
The
Just like that.
underdogs take game 1 without much hassle.
Man,
Lux
that
can
was-
get banned for every match going forward.
The thing about
Amazing.
Juicy, you can ban out his whole champ pool. You only have 5 bans. He has more than 5 champs.
So at that point, you just have to ban out champions that will be detrimental to play into, right? Like, do they have solutions to Lux? If not, you're gonna have to remove it. You have to make him pick a champ that you do have solutions to. But looking at that game, they definitely didn't have a solution to Lux. She just went 8-1 and 20, wreaking havoc. We are going to be moving immediately onto game 2 here. Both sides will be starting a draft shortly. Actually, yeah, here it is. Oof. Oh, hey, look. Here's me with the doggo again. But anyway, that was a very well done game by the side of JT. It looks like they're going to swap sides as 501st will be on the red side this time while JT is on blue side. And man, what do you guys think? Will 501st be able to return the favor, get their tie it all up, or you think JT's gonna sweep this no problem?
I don't think it's ever a no problem when you're going up against the 501st. They are one of the top teams in the league.
They
I think
are.
if Sejuani can get that momentum carried forward more, then they'll have a better chance. But Sejuani just kept getting, I don't know, knocked down every single chance.
Yeah,
It's tough
spread
to
that.
watch.
I agree. Spread that wealth to the rest of the map, and you make sure that everyone's getting a little bit of the pie, because just having it on Briar and Ari was not the play.
If they were able to shut down Juicy even once, right? If they found a way to actually get on top of him, land enough CC to nuke him down, it might have just turned the game entirely on its own. But his positioning was just really good all the way through and through. Oof. Yeah, I think I might need to grab some water off that. Holy cow. I'll probably grab it during the break into the next game. I don't have any water with me right now, even though I drank all my water during that game.
And then you ended up in the bowl.
I did. I licked my bowl clean. Nothing I could do about it. I licked it clean.
I don't know. Just that last match was tough. Like I feel like they had we kept saying like, oh, there's gonna be a couple chances, for Briar to take this back. There's gonna be like something that can turn this around, but I don't know. Every single chance. And that team fight I keep thinking about that team fight. Like they could have just backed off with those 2 picks, but they were trying to save Ari, and it was an overextension.
Yeah, but that fight is a clear example of like showing that, hey, you are able to turn the game around still. Because if they played it just a little bit better,
True.
they might have been able to get that fight done clean without losing as much.
I mean, Briar was itemized just fine. It was they were just getting outplayed,
Yeah.
plain and simple, by JT every time.
Well, and like all those team fights as well, like they had the engage, but as soon as 501st did engage, GT would just back off, and then all you gotta do is have Lux and Kate just snipe from a distance.
I think it's one of those like really hard comps to actually run into because sure you do have the hard engages from the Malphite Unstoppable Force and the certain death, but the amount of peel they have to just keep their backliners running further and further deeper into their jungle, um, just allowed them to continue kiting without dying too quickly. And then the counter engage from the Crow Storm, super effective. Just especially since they were always leading them to their side of the map, where for sure 501st has no vision. It was just phenomenal team play on the side of JT. If they played in a place where 501st had more vision control, perhaps they could have avoided a lot of the Crow Storms. Perhaps they could have avoided a lot of the Lux flanks. Maybe have a couple of blue trinkets here and there. But as it was, yeah, no, the positioning and vision control on the side of JT was too good.
What you said.
I also agree. I agree with myself. What's up? Why is there not a Yordle VTuber? I could not find one.
You
Quickly
can probably
enough.
guess. You can probably guess who asked that too.
Let me actually see here. Yordle VTuber. I would never have imagined that Yordle Enjoyer would ask me. There is actually a Yordle model, which I will not be using right now because it would take too much time to set up. I was contemplating using a Gwen model, but decided against it because that would be too much of a shock, I guess, shock appearance.
Please explain.
So I will
In detail.
I will slowly make my models more and more obscure as we continue onwards. For now though, it's going to be a dog and a bull, and we are going to return to both sides starting their drafting. As 501st will immediately ban out the fiddlesticks
For now, no fiddlesticks.
For now, no fiddle. I mean, the counter engages were extremely powerful.
Hopefully, ban Lux off rip.
Sorry, I had something in my throat. All right, so they're going to be Fiddle, Akali, and Zoe. They are going to keep Lux on the board for Juicy. Will he pick it again game 2, or does he feel a little bit bored and want to try something new? They are going to first pick Shen again.
Druid screams every time Zoe gets banned.
Stop. It's not even a Yordle.
And close enough.
Man.
The Shen is an interesting pick. Yeah, it's useful. I didn't see it really pulling out, pulling any crazy plays in that last game. There must be some method behind the madness. Ari comes out in 501st. Big surprise.
Yeah, if the Karma's down, the Ari would be the alternative. I can see that.
I know we were expecting a possible change up on the 501st with subs. It doesn't look like that's happening since Belle of the Boulevard is still in mid lane.
Yeah, I don't think the roster is going to be swapped up that much, but they are taking their time to pick. Yeah, it's going to be an Ari Malphite again. Since Set Phasers, Shen was taken away here. This is the Malphite pick is not necessarily bad, but Set Phasers does need to show up at a couple more of these fights. The Wet Noodle top fight is not working out, especially with the CS counts that both top laners had that game. Not ideal for him to just be sitting up there for 5 CS per minute.
And it's not like Druid and Set Phasers Stun are new to top lane. So I'm curious as to why we're just rinse and repeating champs.
It seemed like the entire last match as well, like especially I don't know the vibe I was getting from Malphite was like, oh, just one more or like just one more lane, just or one more wave. Like let me just get built up a little bit more. But like by that point, everyone was already kind of stacked, and like it was already kind of like over.
Oh, and just to show some love to the viewers, I do notice you.
They dropped the last pick. They just ran out of time, but it is a Nivea.
Oh, that's an Anivia. Is that Anivia from Juicy? Yeah,
That
man, we
is
thought Lux was annoying. Holy, wait till you see this. We thought Lux was annoying.
Thankfully,
Dang.
Juicy has a lot of tools in his belt, so we're not going to see rinse and repeat champs from him.
Yeah, that's gonna be. There's going to be a Kaisa pickup here. They're picking the ADC early, so Wazdo does not get banned out like last time. That was pretty rough for them, honestly, having him banned out as hard as he was. They are going to remove Briar from Sejuani's Flail, which is reasonable considering that he looked like he was able to pop off that game, but
I
did
don't
not
think
quite
he
go through with him.
I don't think he wanted her. He usually first picks her. He doesn't go fourth or fifth pick Briar. So I think he was just waiting for them to. I think he was baiting them out to get that ban in, and he's probably got something else in mind.
Yeah, it was all a master plan. They actually planned to throw game one.
I didn't say that. You said that, not me.
I'm a translator. You know, I'll have you know, I am a 3-3 and a Japanese linguist, and I'll have you know that I understood you as yapping, so I translated it for you.
I'm a 1-1 in English, so I can't read. It is Dr. Seuss for me only.
That's tough, buddy. That is tough. I can't help you there.
Oh, Leona, great.
Leona,
Very original. Big Kane coming out on the side of JT.
Coming out from My Queen, My Love. I am excited to see this. We've seen a couple of Canes, especially blue Canes, more so than reds. And Canes, more than not, have pretty good time here in the FMC. And they're gonna finalize off with the Janna. More counter engage. This is just counter engage on top of counter engage. Like the formula for JT's draft right now is really strong backline. In this case, it's Caitlyn and Nivea instead of Caitlyn and Lux. And then one really good counter engager, which is previously was the Fiddlesticks. Now it's the Janna. And then the Kane is just there to disrupt and do whatever. Another damage source goes through walls and can be annoying. They're going and File First is going to respond to this with a Jarvan.
That brand hover, dude. I held my breath.
That was a little scary, but what do you guys think of the teams this time around?
I am unimpressed. I did not enough variation. The Kane coming out on JT is massive. I agree. Caitlyn's crazy, of course. Anivia is. I mean, I hate seeing Juicy on any AP champ, because he is going to dominate. And Janna, what a great pick. I love JT's comp. The 501st, you know,
not a lot of damage.
Yeah, you got to kind of make room for your Kaisa and your Ari to come out. Otherwise, I don't know what your Jarvan isn't the solo monster, the one man animal that he used to be.
Last round, the problem was, hey, we don't have enough damage, so we're gonna follow it up with not a whole lot of damage.
Less damage.
Yeah, doesn't seem like a winning strat.
Yeah, let's drop the Ezreal, who is a game-changing champ, and pick up Kaisa. She's good, but she takes a long time to get online.
I think the biggest issue is like not really that there wasn't any damage, because Wazdo did show that he had a lot of damage. The problem was he couldn't apply it. He was never in a position to actually safely and effectively apply his damage. None of his Qs were hitting
the brand
backline.
over the Jarvan would have felt better.
Honestly.
I don't know how would Brand ever reach like Anivia or Caitlyn.
You've already got two hard engaged champs in Leona and Malphite, and now you have a third in Jarvan. You better hope that your Kaisa and Ari can come online.
Look, I'm team wise, my heart is in 501st. Okay, I believe in them. They have a pretty good engage, and if they just apply it and get their damage off correctly, they got this. They are on put. They do put themselves on a little bit of a timer though, because the JT does have a better scaling comp than them. But unfortunately, for 501st, they will need to end this fairly quickly. But I think they could do it. They've shown that they could do it.
I mean, it also should be said as well that, like, you know, the problem last round for 501st was they let JT get built up through that Lux. And so then they chose champions that take a while to come online. So it's like, it's going to have the same exact problem.
I do see that a viewer is suggesting that the Jarvan is full lethality. I would be hyped if he gets a serrated Dirk for his item. I'm hyped. Just saying.
What isn't Jarvan just kind of a worse Briar?
No. Well,
you don't sound so sure.
I mean, he does have an all in button, but he does have an all out button too if he sacrifices half his damage. You know, if he R's in and the EQ's out.
Yeah.
You know. But if he EQs in and then R's, yeah, I guess he can resemble Briar in the fact that he's stuck with a bunch of people and about to die.
I don't want to sound biased. I'm not impressed with this 501st pick, especially seeing what we saw from JT, how they were able to just outlast until Juicy Kooky came online. I don't see it going much differently, to be honest. If we were taking bets, I'd say 2-0.
Oh man,
is that just Airman I see? Nothing before or after that? That's crazy. Good for him.
Barely copper, right?
Yeah, barely copper.
I thought my eyes were deceiving me there.
He's not only copper and, you know, quote unquote copper in League, he's also copper in the military. He's got to get his rank up.
What is that? What's that supposed to mean?
That's tough. That's a tough comment.
He's got to start grinding.
That
grind out those levels. Put on them stripes.
Leave my boy alone. Leave my boy alone. All right. Any parting comments before we head on to get a short break here? Nothing. All right. So we are going to take a short break before game 2 starts here. Make sure to stay hydrated, everyone, and be excited. Will JT get the 2-0 sweep, or will 501st be able to secure a victory and bring it to game 3? Stay tuned, everyone. Stay hydrated. All right, and welcome back tonight for Game 2 of the Final First versus the JT. I'm going to be your play-by-play caster tonight. I'm Yubi, also known as Senior Machantamala, and I'm joined here by one co-caster now.
Oh, we lost the other one. Hey, Staff Sergeant Ridgeway, aka Tony Tallboy. Don't worry, my multiple personalities will make up for the lack of casters.
He may or may not have been kidnapped midway through, so we are, we're only 2 casters this time, but we should be able to work with it. I think I speak more than enough for one person. I may as well count as 2 people at this point.
I'll shoot my first sergeant a text, and then we can just get on with the game.
Our early ward does come out from a Final First into the side of JT. They are the aggression. They are being a little bit more aggressive this time.
Less aggressive.
Not as aggressive, because last time they were on the receiving side of the invade, right?
Oh, you're totally right. You are.
Yeah,
so
they
right.
flipped. They flipped. Their turn this time. But seeing how it is right now, both sides are going to be opting to play safely. There is a ward on Final First's red buff, so they will see how Sejuani's flail is pathing right away. Very, very good vision setup. Yordle Enjoyer, sorry, Druid is looking for a trade.
Are we bringing in corn?
Are we bringing in corn?
Can we get corn to cast?
We totally could. I'll bring a fanboy in.
A fanboy.
I said what I said.
You know what to do.
I said what I said.
I'll make sure to
Oh
let
my
him know
god,
that.
wait, Druid is actually insane with the trades early on right now. He took out half of Set Phaser's HP from that.
Oh my
Holy
Lord.
cow. This is not a wet noodle fight anymore. He came in game 2 serious.
So I missed the first game 1. Did he pull out Shen last game?
He did.
And it was an absolute wet noodle fight topside. Like
I mean, I love the Shen pick. It's currently my main in the high diamond. It's a great pick. He's
Those
very strong.
grass procs are just disgusting, especially against early Malphite without that shield, that passive.
True health damage goes hard as well. Not looking too hot topside. Yeah, last game from both top laners, we just saw a lot of like slow fights happening. Even worse was that they weren't CSing. They had like 5 CS per minute at 25 minutes. They weren't hitting minions.
Was he playing Malphite last game as well?
He was. It's the exact same matchup.
Almost the exact same
who won?
teams.
Who won the matchup?
No one. They both equally did crap.
So knowing what I know about that matchup, Malphite should be able to come back in like the mid game with the absolutely gross Qs win. But like Shen wins the matchup overall. This Shen's so good.
Max HP damage is relatively strong here.
I just realized we have all 3 villains of top lane in one cast.
Yeah, true.
You're
I'm excited. This is awesome.
all 3 villains. I like how you put
Yeah,
Tom can't just put you in that category.
Why are we even watching the other lanes? Let's just go to top lane and
We'll
watch
just sit at top lane, yeah.
Why am I even a villain? Where did this nickname come from? Why am I a villain? I just want to be the good guy.
Well, because you're the #1 ADC in the FMC, so and then you go top lane sometimes.
That makes me a villain? Oh, looks like Mind Queen Shadow steps right into Barely Copper. Lunch Lady is looking to see if you can CC him out, but they spot Sejuani's flail and will have to retreat. Nothing too big happening. Small events, but nothing too big.
Looks like they both downward cleared and they did a 4-man contest for the Scuttle. The jungle, so kind of denying blue side jungler here.
They're both playing for bot side here, I guess, because top side, as we see in last game, are just noodle fights. Getting either of them ahead doesn't amount to too much. Definitely would need more if they got bot side ahead, as Juicy and Mind Queen will try to do something Bell here, but she does get away.
You guys were discussing it. I honestly really like the J4 pick here. Like I want to see him pick up a more carry role J4 build, like lethality one shot. But might be a tank, but I still like it. Very allow you. Man, Mel's almost out of mana.
Yeah, I don't think he has to, because there's still egg on the Anivia.
Auto attacked by the bird.
Double
It's-
electrocute procs.
It's really funny to see a mage always proc electrocute with just auto attacks. Like,
Let alone 2 mages.
honestly, both sides just proc each other's auto electrocute.
What did the lunch lady pick for a support last game? Was it Jen as well?
Morgana, which was actually a really powerful pick because it stopped a lot of 501st's initial engage.
And
A
Morgana's
lot.
banned here. What? Bitch, I really like the Janet pick because look, that is supposed to counter Leona, but I guess it didn't.
Yeah, the Howling Gale did not knock him up there. The Status Blade did still go through it, and he is really low.
I think he did it a little bit too early, and it got to the point. Pixel.
Oh, Juicy does hit 6 here, and so does Druid. So Druid now has the ability to help other lanes. And
Little
Juicy
wet
does
noodling
get
going on up top.
Juicy does get Glacial Storm. Yeah, just what I'm talking about. Both sides are just slowly just beating each other's HP pools down. Wait, how is Malphite even fully? He did recall? Okay, and then he's just absolutely wailing on Druid right now. My Queen, My Love does gank the Malphite, but he is an AD champ ganking a Malphite.
He's
Does
just
not.
getting the picks.
He's just getting stacks. You think he's gonna go red or blue this game? What do you think?
I would go red if I was him, because I think Blue Cane is a what is it? Not a. It's a chance. It's a coin flip.
It's a bait.
What not an ideal trade for Druid there. Taunting in
and walk away soon.
But yeah, there is Conqueror on the Cane, so I think he is also planning on going red here, which definitely is the better pick between both.
I want to see
First
if
Dragon.
Spy.
First Dragon does come towards the side of file first. They secure an early Dragon. No Grubs on. Sorry, Grubs taken. Wait, which side is Grubs? Oh, the thing doesn't show it. I was not paying attention.
Blue side.
Alright, so yeah, they just trade objectives. The Cane does get Grubs. And Sejuani's Flail does get Dragon. Playing opposites at the moment, despite starting on the same side early. Very interesting.
I'm a little hurt by that Tiamat build. You go. If we were to go Hollow Radiance here, and he missed the cannon.
It's
Can I just say, we're at 7.5 minutes? No kills.
kills.
Weird.
They're playing a lot slower than last game, that's for sure.
3 less kills than last game.
A lot more damage onto Malphite there this time. Shen is looking a little bit healthier after that TP. But don't know how much longer that's gonna last. I see Shen clear into the Malphite under turret. Looking to see where he can use his R.
Malphite probably should have recalled there and then TP'd in for the wave.
He's chilling.
Just not a whole lot he can do here. He's so low on mana. Get a couple Qs out, that's about it.
He does have Arcane Comment, and if he maxes out his Mana Flow ban, he will have enough space to kill for ban. Flash comes out from Bailey Copper and does hit the Root Stun onto Azazel as Killer Instinct comes through as well. Caitlyn running away with popping Ghost, and she is not going to go down as Lunch Lady is actually on a sliver HP. Ace of the Hole does come out, does not finish anyone. Big fight bot lane, but neither side actually goes down there. That was close. That was real close right there.
Oh no!
Arm does hit on Juicy as the Joyceville is coming off from topside river here. He is moving towards My Queen, My Love. Ulti does come out from Sejuani's Flip. Cataclysm does not trap Onivia as she flashes over. My Queen, My Love trying to save the Onivia right now, but the egg does actually manage to resurrect her, and Stand United comes out as well. Barely allows it to live to get help. My Queen get first blood. Bella Boulevard just going to try and run away, but she has nothing. Red buff is barrier down. Wasdo coming up with Barely Copper. Help finish off.
No.
Solar Flare comes out, barely misses My Queen, My Love, and she is going to go down to Leona gets the kill.
Second game in a row that Leona gets an early kill that probably should have gone to somebody else.
It's good that they went down, but it's not good that it went to Leona. And Kane has a 2-kill start, which is very good for him. Gold lead is... Wait, Gold lead's actually favoring Sejuani's Flail right now. That's surprising. I did not expect that. Although he's not Briar right now, so I'm surprised it's showing that. Oh, wait, these champ icons are all wrong. Wait, are the gold graphs even correct if the camp icons are this wrong? Well, I'm getting word that it's right, so I'll just stick with it.
I think there was a slight miscommunication on the side of JT there, because I would have really liked to see that Shen ult, like
A little earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, that would have changed the entire dynamic of the fight.
Maybe during egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very close.
Five for nope, sorry, the JT calling for grubs here.
There we go. Okay, the gold graph is properly updated. There we see. So it was wrong because My Queen My Love is not top of the chart. Alright, so My Queen My Love is at 3.68 with those 2 kills. Wazo is actually not too far behind himself. Very good CS. Big fight coming out here as none of the engages. Solar Flare does miss. Flash Unstoppable Force does hit the Lunch Lady as she is going to monsoon the enemy towards Juicy Cookie, and he's going to go down because of his own support. Both kills goes to Bell. That is, I feel so bad for Juicy right there. And My Queen My Love is just taking grubs the whole damn time. Oh, that was. They did get all 6 grubs there, but they in return they gave away 2 kills for the 501st. And these grubs only matter if JT does start getting a massive push in. So we'll see how it pays off for them. But at the moment, I think having gold on Bell here is pretty good. But unfortunately, Wazdo is still at 0 kill. And the wet noodle fight still continues. All right. What do you guys think are win cons this time? 501st is gonna be relatively the same, but
I think we need to really protect the Anivia. Anivia is such a great team fighter, and you can see he's making a difference in these fights, damage-wise and whatnot. But he doesn't have people with him to fight with him. He needs to have that Shen. He needs to have Kane disrupting the backline. Currently, it's just Ari, Jarvan just walking all over.
First is just not set up for objectives right now. Like they're I think they're looking to get momentum off getting gold from kill hunting over. Oh, now they're going to turn onto the dragon as My Queen started it and pulled it towards them. Azazel is pinching them off on an angle here. Very strange. Wasto does come in to try to fight him off. Misses his plasma. Does get the Stand Unite does come in. They actually are able to finish Azazel as Bell the Boulevard is getting soloed by just Juicy Cookie and My Queen My Love off to the side there. Bailey Copper face checking into the Kane. Does hit the Zenith Blade and the Solar Flare does come out. Double knockup does get him, and Juicy Cookie does absolutely destroy Wazo in the background. The Jumbo Trash Bites does buy enough time for My Queen My Love to come out and actually finish the fight. Sejuani's Flow trying to get away, flashes out. He is on sliver HP, the stun does hit, and he is going to go down. The Flash Frost was too good, and Juicy Cookie outputting crazy damage, shutting down Bella Boulevard, and back into the game. It's a 4-1 Kane going rampant right now with a 2-2 Anivia. Oh my goodness, the movement! Spirit Rush comes out!
Hands!
Look at the moves!
The hands!
Oh! Bell might actually pay for this. The egg will come out here as he does not get finished. The flash comes out from Lunch Lady to finish off Bell the Boulevard. He will go down, and Anivia is still alive because of egg. That is so unfortunate. The Ari just teleports back in the mid and tries to all in the half mana, half HP Anivia, but the egg is just up. Do they know about how to check for egg passive?
It's just right there on the level, right?
It is. A fun fact for any players who did not know this, but any champions that have a revive passive or an immortality passive like Tryndamere are, they will show up as Guardian Angel icon on top of the levels. The wings right there you see on Juicy in this replay, right there. You will know if they are either immortal or have a second life with Zillion or Anivia Egg, and you should not be aiming to fight them around that time. Wasto actually does get Azazel here off in the main screen as now. That is going to put another kill in his pocket. He is ahead this time of Azazel, unlike last game. So he is getting his lead in. He is getting his snowball started.
I want to point this out. That was over 1,000 gold to Anivia and also 7 stacks on Darkseal. Which is going to make her really insufferable to play. She got to build the rest of Rod of Ages as well, so lots of stats going her way.
Oh my god, Cookie only builds Only builds Magi's. He loves that
He
item.
loves Magi's. And
He
who
should.
wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
Should. When you're consistently getting kills like him, you should love Magi's.
It's gold efficient. But like I was saying, you know, like the Nivea performs in these team fights because it's just a remarkable team fight.
Rush does come out here, does miss the charm on Juicy. The Cataclysm is going to go out here as the wall is going to separate them. The fight likely might look here for the counter gameplay. He does not manage to get anyone here. He is going to continue here. Umbral Trespass does come out. Bell, he's going to not go down. Does get clean. Stand United comes through as well as Kane is going to walk away from tower range. Druid is coming in. Checkmate is still with a 2-man unstoppable force. Is going to take down My Queen, My Love all the way to Malphite. He's going to get the shutdown as the Glacial Storm from Nivea doing so much work with the wall. They're trying to get into the back line here. They do barely. Copper is going to go down to Zazel. Also trying to get his damage out. Does shut down Juicy Kookie. And it is going to be a more favorable fight towards the side of JT. But Final First did get a couple of shutdowns from it. Man, it's hard to say who. I guess the real winner of this is JT because they got 3, they got a turret, and just, I'm telling you, Juicy has amazing positioning and teamfight awareness when he makes these plays. He dodges the charm immediately, does get caught by Cataclysm, but look at this wall. He just separates it, lets My Queen, My Love come and finish him off, dodging the Spirit Orb from Ari as well, while trapped in Cataclysm, which is relatively impressive. And they're able to finish him off. The Stand United barely saving him as he's going to walk away. Set Faces does come in with an amazing 2-man R, but he does get the massive shutdown on the Malphite, which is a little bit of an in my opinion. Killer Instinct comes through, and Wazo is trying to get damage out onto Juicy while the rest of them is just wailing onto barely Copper.
So my hot take here is honestly I think that's a slight misplay from the side of JT. That is only favorable for them because of a mechanical differential. I think that play could have been avoided altogether and could have been better things could have happened because basically it was a catch out on Kookie that didn't really need.
Oh my god, Kookie was
real.
trying to teleport bot and does get caught by the Zenith Blade. Cataclysm comes out as well. He is trapped in the middle of 2 bruiser tanks. The wall does separate from them. Causes them both to flash after, and he is barely getting away. But he is really good at staying alive as the rest of his team does gather. Wazo does get the remaining 2 kills, and he is getting strong. And we've seen what this ADC can do with kills, and he's getting him. 5-1.
Just like that, though, all of Juicy's Dark Seal stacks are gone.
Oh man, that's
gone. 2 deaths in a row.
Oh man, that is
Nice Flow trying to take down a Zazel bot. That's crazy.
My Queen, My Love with full red form, by the way, coming through mid, getting actually pretty chunked. Umbral Trespass does come through and help him finish Bell, but Wazdo, his damage output is actually super. He's already scaled. He's scaled. The Zenith Blade comes in and barely Copper will take tower as Wazdo finishes off. He just wins. He is that strong.
Yeah, we need to go for Wazdo in here now.
They need to shut him down. That's what JT needs to look for right now, because that is the winning condition this game, is Wazdo. For the side of 501st, that is.
I mean, what did we say? We need to spread out that gold across the whole map on the side of the 501st, and now you have Kaisa has 6 kills. She's huge. Ari's got 3. Malphite has 1, which, you know, so now you have a tank on both sides because Diana also got 2 kills.
I think just having gold onto Wazdo is just their most vital thing, but he's shown to have like the most consistent performance.
I heard Corn's chuckle.
We'll have to flash and Unstoppable Force away from the Anivia, bully him under his own turret. God,
Anivia's like, fine, I'll pick on someone my own size.
Man, I feel a little bad for him there. See that. I think he could have just R'd away, to be honest. I don't think he needed to flash.
What is My Queen, My Love cooking up there? Is that an Eclipse? Can I resonate an opinion on Eclipse here? Second item. Jabberwocky there. Oh, he's down ult. This might be a pick. Oh.
Yeah, he has no ult, there's no flash. Oh, Cataclysm does come out, Soul Flare does miss, but they have Juicy and Yordle Enjoyer in the same cage. Watchdo does Killer Instinct in, and they're going to focus out Juicy. Stand United is coming through. They do finish him off. But Druid does still get to the fight. Now it's just going to be a 4v2 as he is going to output a lot of damage. Umbro Chestnut does come through onto Bailey Copper. It's going to heal Queen a little bit. Does actually still kill Bailey Copper. Wasdo is again still absolutely shredding through them with the Terminus and Kraken Slayer. Bella Boulevard comes off to the side, does hit the charm. Spirit rushing in onto Lunch Lady as she is going to flash away, trying to get out. No more Spirit Rush charges as the W does hit. And the Void Seeker does hit, and Lunch Lady will go down here despite Monsooning.
Yeah, we need to position slightly better for the JT here.
Yeah, Wasdo is strong right now. They can't be playing as crazy as they are right now. This is not good. He's going to actually look to solo Azazel here. Damage difference. There was no Q, but he flashes the charm. It looked like it would have caused tail. I'm not gonna lie. I think that charm might have hit. It wasn't by a flash. That's like a pixel difference there.
Yeah. You guys remember when Tony Tallboy said that he doesn't believe in the 501st comp? I don't either. Yeah, I never heard that in my life.
I think it's just a ploy from the JT to really stack that shutdown gold on Wasdo. So now he's at 700 gold. So this is just like, you know, stacking the gold where you can.
Corn, who do you put that on JT? Who do you put that shutdown?
Kane or Inivio, 100%.
Oh, gotcha.
Not Azazel. You're not feeling bad for the Kane.
Yeah, you don't want Caitlyn to
turn this.
Caitlyn went crazy last game.
Now I'm just saying, Caitlyn went insane last game. You don't believe in him? You don't believe in Azazel?
Did Azazel go crazy? Okay.
We're gaslighting you.
He was 14 and something low. He was crazy last game.
No. I mean, yeah. Don't worry about it. Wet Noodle fight continuing top side. Hey, remember what I said about both top laners having Wet Noodle fights and being 5 CS per minute? Well, I think they're Wet Noodle fighting and at 6 CS per minute now, which is not that much better, to be honest.
Malphite with the whopping 300 gold lead on Shen. Oh boy, it's heating up.
Yeah, looking at the graphs, they are barely ahead of the supports right now, but oddly enough, the mid laner and ADC is also on the same boat, other than Wasdo, who's on top of the gold charts right now. Rift Herald is going to be used bottom here. Okay.
Oh my god. Look at that trade.
Look at that trade, that was beautiful. The Johnny Splail getting a little bit of damage checked out. My Queen, My Love looking to get something out on the side here. They are not going to follow that Herald dance, so it's down Wasdo. Wasdo has a massive gold lead up over Azazel, and I feel really bad. But My Queen, My Love, and Juicy are definitely ahead of their respective roles. So it's basically just Wasdo versus them. I don't like those odds, honestly. As an ADC player, that's pretty bad odds. Being against an Anivia Kane, like, yeah, nah. There is a death push that they're trying to ready up here.
I love seeing Terminus on Kai'Sa. I never know who that's good on. It's such a fun item, but like, what's it good for? I have no idea.
It make you tankier, and oh my god, the charm does hit. They are going to go in onto Azazel. Sand United does come out. Cataclysm does trap too. My Queen, My Love is going to have to use Umbro Trespass. Juicy Cookie trying to take out set phases. Umbro Trespass does come out. My Queen, My Love does actually make it away because of that disengagement. Flash shot from the Shed does hit Wasdo. It's not enough to stop it. Damage output coming out. They flash for him again. Oh my goodness, the damage. He's got 2 for him right now as he's going to Killer Instinct in towards him. He saw the taunt from Shed, and he's going to barely make it out as Juicy Cookie trying to take him down. The Flash Frost does not be able to CC him down. He's walking away with very little HP. Here's still Egg on the Anivia. Sejuani's Spell is trapped in the Glacial Storm. He is going to go down in egg form. The Shed comes out, Toss misses, and it's going to be 4 down for the side of JT. 501st plays that absolutely beautifully. They're all on solo HP.
Will someone get Yubi as inhaler?
That was absolutely amazing. 501st, that was 501st perfect. That was the best fight I've ever seen from them, like so far throughout the series. That was amazingly performed. Flawless movement, but they might. Wasdo might get caught by.
Oh no!
That's how he goes down. That's how he goes down. There's no way he goes down like that.
And that's just
what is that?
Dragon.
Juicy went hunting and he bagged some game.
Why would he? He got caught shopping. That's what it had to be. He got caught shopping.
What's
Oh.
crazy is there was no vision there.
Yeah,
he just knew.
guessed.
He just knew.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if my mic like peaked and like absolutely destroyed anyone's ears, but holy crap.
You sounded so beautiful. That was fantastic. That's what we need. That. That was great.
I could. That was the fight went so well, but for it to just end like that, like such an anticlimactic shutdown, is
Viewers,
so crazy.
I promise
He
at
just blind
least-
arcs in a bush and finds 1,000 gold in that bush. What? Like what?
At least 70% of Yubi's play-by-play is English. I promise.
Cataclysm does come out to Azazel along with Stand United. Barely Copper coming up to Zenith Blade. Wazdo does finish off Azazel here. The taunt does miss as he's going to finish off Lunch Lady. Bella Boulevard spear rushes in to get the charm onto Yoro Enjoyer. Wazdo looking to get good decent position, but no more killer instinct to reposition himself. And that is going to be a favorable fight for 501st. They can look for Baron here with 2 down. They can look for it.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4 straight favorable fights for the 501st.
Other than the random shutdown. Yeah, oh my god, Bell flashes in and gets absolutely destroyed. 2-man knocked up from the Malphite here as Watto is stuck behind a wall and able to finish off My Queen, My Love. Druid and Juicy Cookie just has to watch as the blue buff is taken, but I don't know if 501st can still do Baron with their HP pools.
The Kane missed the opportunity ult. He was I think he was too greedy and didn't realize how much CC the red side had to cancel it.
Yeah, he's also still underestimating the damage output from Wazdo. As such, Wiseville comes behind turret here to help out with Druid, but does not hit any... Oh, he had to flag and drag over the wall. I see.
Fantastic communication on the side of the 501st. By that I mean danger pings everywhere.
Johnny's
Go away.
face checking into Lunch Lady right here, looking clear. Wars are still prepping for this Baron. Still, by the way. Wazdo nowhere near that fight, as JT will actually be able to just secure this top turret uncontested. Completely and utterly uncontested. It's just free.
And if he has Leontries for this next fight, I really want to see some... He's been making such a big difference in these plays, and they've honestly been so close for the JT. It's like...
I'm surprised he has 5 deaths with the amount of HP and shield he has, as Bailey Copper is stuck over the wall. Damage output from Juicy Cookie is absolutely insane. Does melt the Leona. It's as if she wasn't even a tank. Like, holy cow, she died fast.
That's a very big pick. Now Lunch Lady just needs to not die here, and they
Charm
might
does
have a chance to
miss.
secure.
Charm does miss Lunch Lady, as they are going to start this Baron. 501st has no idea this is starting. The trap does actually might reveal it, as it will show Azazel HP in the Baron pit. And this game, it feels favored for 501st, but at the same time, like JT's playing like it's not.
They have some game-changing champions here, and Nivea and Kane can unleash this game favorably for JT. They just need to perform. And honestly, I think the top laner performance is kind of favored towards Malphite right now. He's had some good ultimates.
Well, only because of the CS, huh?
If we've noticed, I think Shen's had his ultimates canceled almost every single time, unless it was on except for that on Caitlyn there, but
yeah, gold is actually favored towards 501st by a little bit over 2k. Not too big of a difference at 28 minutes in, to be honest. There is a Zonia's on top of Wazdo though, so it is looking like he will be able to self-heal for himself and avoid a lot of damage. I'm just worried about how they're gonna answer Nivea late game, because that is, with their items right now, the fully developed Archangels along with Rod of Aegis and Leontry, she is tanky, deceptively tanky for a mage.
He just dropped the 1k from Mage Eyes complete instead of just the Dark Seal. So he's wanting to go out for this next fight.
He's looking to win. Wazdo is going to be finding himself in the middle of them, but he's going to get out a lot of damage up to My Queen, My Love, who's going to try and get towards him. Killer Instinct does come out, actually finish off My Queen, My Love. 3-man Unstoppable Force in the background there, as they do catch out Azazel and Juicy, but he is going to try and zone him off with the wall and Glacial Storm in the choke point. Sejuani's flail looking at flag attack, does hit Druid here. Juicy is going to be isolating him and killing him, taking down. Shutdown goes to Lunch Lady. Setphaser Stud finds himself alone, does not get the portal over. And Wazdo cannot rejoin this fight. He's just away. He's just bullied. It's just over for him. Wazdo and Bella Boulevard here in the background as Juicy Cookie does take the teleporter. Will actually be able to get Bell with the Glacial Storm. Does absolutely nuke it down. Wazdo's the only person alive. Blast cones towards him. Glacial comes down, and he absolutely nukes him at half HP. The Anivia damage is too much.
Full Mage Eyes!
That's full Mage Eyes from that fight. He went from 9 to 25. Was that? That was a quadra kill, a pseudo quadra kill because he was 6 to 5 earlier. Oh my goodness, that was turning.
Wazdo is absolutely livid. Spam pinging the Anivia on the other side. He is
the game
not having a good time.
The game is turned. It is hard now.
Well, I think,
Juicy
honestly,
Cookie performing out of his mind right now.
Majai's 25 stacks. There it is. We're full, boys. Let's
into the
go.
Zonya's item. He does not want to die now. This is gonna be like this is gonna make it so much harder for 501st.
It
and,
is.
And Soul Point. But like, honestly, I think that was a slight misplay on the side. Yeah, it was a really slight misplay on the side of the jungler for the 501st going in kind of alone while they were trying to deal with the Caitlyn there.
That was really interesting. He flashed over, tried to get some knockups, missed all those, and then got caught out.
Yeah, he survived for a very long time though, so it's
True.
like,
Yeah. The Shojin mixed with the Sundered Sty and Sterix definitely helped him out there. There's vision. He has a vision. It's just not panning out the way that that Sejuani's players, trying to implement.
But here's the thing now. I don't. This is gonna, like, this Anivia now needs to play so carefully here.
Really?
We have a lot of resources to do it, but like they're going to be eyeing Anivia here, and Anivia has to position amazingly. I wonder if they just force.
The gold lead is evening out again, but the fact that they were able to win so hard with down in gold, I think their team fight is looking to just start scaling. This is what I was talking about, how 501st needs to find a way to end quickly because the scaling on the side of JT is just much stronger with the Kayn and the Anivia, while on the side of 501st, like, they only have Kai'Sa to scale up. Ari is well known to be just a mid-game champion, early mid-game champion, while Jarvan is also very well known to just be an early game champion to set up for mid-game, and in the mid-game he's more of a CC bot as he's going to miss his flag and drag. Going to get 2-man Cataclysm in the background here. Wazdo does Killer Instinct to the back. He's looking to get killed, but he's isolated against the team. He is alone. Zonius does pop out. Bailey Copper and Bella Boulevard getting blown off by the Anivia. The Unstoppable Force solo onto the Anivia as Wazdo goes down in the background. Big mistake from the side of 501st because they let Wazdo go down there. And Kayn out here with the triple, looking for the quadra. Will he get it? His team might just give it to him here.
Steal it!
Yep. No. Oh, it does steal it. It does steal it, but I don't think he was getting the Penta anyway, and that was disastrous for 501st. The game's completely on to the other side now. JT has the game in their hands.
My queen, my love, is eating on Kayn. Oh my lord.
And
He's
this is what
so
I'm
big.
talking about with Anivia's tankiness. She, like, Wazzo back there fighting 1v3, but look at Juicy over here, just surviving with the Unstoppable Force and the Ari damage, and here comes the Seraph's Embrace, and he's not dying. He's tanky. He's deceptively tanky. That's a mage, by the way.
Oh god,
deceptively tanky.
He's got the egg. Remember the little
still
thing,
has
the level thing? Yeah, you see that?
Still
It's
has-
still there. He's got so many lives. He's like a cat.
The entirety of 501st got stuck by Anivia on her own, and Wazzo had no choice but just to fall in the middle of the enemy team. 1v3.
If I'm the JT, I know we have a lot of weapons now. Like Kayn and Anivia are two just like they can like solo play, and the Janna Shen can just really like have free reign to just like mess around.
Not like this, right?
Gonna knock up Sejuani's flail as he's gonna go back. Bailey Copper does miss the solar flare onto a rooted target. TP comes in from Set Phaser stun here as Shen does play aggressively into here. My Queen, My Love gets a 3-man knockup damage coming out from Watso, trying to finish off. Umbro Trespass does come through. Separates the stun. It's going to go down to Anivia. Kane is just healing more than he's taking in damage. Druid is running down Watso, but somehow Watso is doing no damage at all. Does actually manage to finish the Zazel, trying to get more damage out onto fucking Yorshol Enjoyer. My bad. My Queen, My Love, and Druid is going to try to run down Watso again. Again, the last man standing. The only hope of 501st, but I don't think he's got this. My Queen, My Love exiting that fight and chasing him down more HP than he started with.
The 501st lost their front line so fast. Here it comes. Oh, well, maybe not. The invisibility, that little upgrade. What is it? The E?
Still trying to run him down here. Watso with the fingers, but he doesn't have any damage to finish him off. Zonia's does come out, but it's just going to take another Q to finish. Oh, he does get it. Wait a minute. What? He does finish him off. Shutdown close to Watso as he's running from Juicy. But again, it's just that he does see Juicy this time. Does not get caught by it, and will just die to a flash shard. Man, that was that's a sour way to end that. I'd have a sour taste in my mouth as Kaisa if I die like that.
Wait, what is happening up here?
Good position for Dragon, but that was pretty.
Bella Boulevard over here getting isolated to get killed there.
What is Copper doing?
Oh, big fight. Dude, oh no. Okay, as he's going to go in, and he actually gets destroyed off camera. As 2-man Cataclysm, Unstoppable Force does come in, only hits Druid. Juicy Cookie does have to flash out to dodge all that. Man, no damage is being brought out right now because Watso is not alive. 501st can't really do anything here. Then United comes through, and Juicy Cookie's damage output's insane. Just absolutely murders the rest of 501st.
Copper and Watso go off on their own, and they get found quick. Quick. Redragon over here on the side of JT.
There will be Soul.
I'm scared. I'm scared if I'm the 501st.
Where do you think it all went wrong for 501st? What
they had the lead. They just gave it up. The fights.
Where? What happened?
I feel like they were getting picked out. You have Red Kane going so big and Anivia getting so big. Like, you can't get picked out. You can't get caught out. You have to make sure that your team fights are organized.
They couldn't keep the people locked down, and I think it honestly is a very slight. I say slight a lot, but I think this was a big comp gap. Like, I think Shen's a more valuable champion here. I think Janna's more valuable here. It's like, I think this is like.
Yeah, this to finish off. Unstoppable Force does come through, and the fight is slowly but surely turning to JT's favor as Juicy's damage output is just too much. Does hit the Glacial Frost onto Ari, and she is going to go down here. Sephiroth's done the only person alive. He's just a tank being bullied in the middle of a bunch of DPS, unable to do anything, and it's all over. GG. 501st does get sweeps by JT, and the game is over. Well played by JT. Well played.
I was here.
I would ask who we would bring in for MVP, but I think it's relatively obvious, honestly.
I want to hear it from the Shen. Yeah, it is pretty obvious.
So, ignoring Korn altogether, let's bring in the massive menace of JT, who's finally woken up after round robins. Let's bring in Specialist more here.
Finally.
He didn't play like this all round robins. You see him play like this all round robins? I sure as hell didn't.
Where's he at?
I'm just saying, I remember him from the previous season, you know, season 2, when he absolutely demolished my team.
Where's he at?
Where's he at?
Where is Juicy? Can we get him in here?
Oh, he's in the lobby or something.
Dragon my pulls. Let's go. Hello, Juicy.
Hello.
Hello. Your games tonight, you went absolutely insane. How do you feel?
I feel amazing, honestly. It's like, because I believe our last game against them, they like banned 5 of my champs and then locked in Comrade mid, so I'm feeling very, very happy right now.
Very happy. You decided the counter play was to pick your mid champ early and go with it?
Kind of, yeah.
Going to these matchups, and were you expecting to play as well as you did? Because I don't know what happened tonight in particular, or like if my joke was actually on the dot where you finally woke up. But during round robins, you didn't play nearly as dominant as you did this playoff match. What happened?
Honestly, I have no fucking clue. It's just, I don't know. I guess something just flipped.
Didn't want to play Janna mid anymore.
We don't talk about that game. Yeah, I guess it kind of just, honestly, all of us, our whole team just kind of just like flipped a switch or something. I have no idea what happened, but we just started playing more cohesively and just overall like performing overall better.
What were the yeah, that kind of leads into my question. What were the comms like, and was there a cohesive plan for your guys' mid game, and was it feeling a little shaky at all?
I wouldn't say there was exactly a plan. We kind of just took it play by play, pretty much. Like if we saw someone out of position, we call that out and just try our best to get that pick, and just overall translate that into like an objective or anything.
As far
Man,
as like, go on.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about the contrast of your gameplay from like tonight and every other time. Because like I don't know if you
You're
remember.
roasting him.
No, because like okay, look, I scrimmed against this team like 2 nights ago, and the results were not pretty. Just gonna say that right now. So I'm so shocked to see him from that night and him tonight be that different.
Hang on. I wanna chime in here. Juicy, do you want to remind Yubi of how dominant you were last season on the 41st? Because you were literally the go-to guy, just quietly just bullying in mid lane every single game.
I mean, honestly, like, I guess I've just been demotivated recently, and I just haven't really been caring about the games. But I figured since we're in playoffs, I might as well just give it my 100%, if not anything.
Your 100% is scary as hell. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah, it's a big win. It's a big win, and like it puts you guys in a very good position for the rest of the playoffs. So I'm interested to see how this goes.
Same. Holy cow.
If you guys can perform like this against the 501st, I cannot wait to see you against the 29th, which is inevitable. Corn, are you ready?
It'll be quarantine then.
Yo, wait, chill.
I'll have to bust out set again. Don't ban it, please.
Chill. These guys have to play the 32nd first, and as far as I remember, we currently, from earlier this week, we kind of had the edge against them just a little bit.
Juicy, do you have any comments for Yubi's absolute blasphemy?
No comment.
Okay, perfect.
Oh man, his comments are gonna be just him absolutely crapping on me next week. Take it easy, please.
Yubi, you just have to wait and see.
He's gonna put a nice little emote in the chat, on the game chat. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Holy cow. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else for it. Actually, yeah, let me ask one more thing. From the 501st side, is there anything you want to comment from their gameplay at all? Anything you thought was notable to speak of? Okay, well, you know what? That answers it all.
No, he's gonna say something.
Hey, you didn't give him time. Let him cook.
No, I think it's best if we continue with the next segment.
Wow. Hang on, I have a question real quick. Juicy, if you were banned out all 5 bans, you still got something for your pick, right? Like it seems like there's you're never lost. You always have something that you can bust out against the enemy team.
I mean, yeah, like I can pretty much play any mage besides like Malzahar. I just hate playing that boring ass champ. But, overall, it's just annoying. I would like to play Zoe at least one time this season, but oh well.
I don't think after what you did tonight, no one's gonna let you get Zoe ever again.
What do you have to say to Gerbs, since you're apparently going up against them first?
Let's have a respectable mid lane. That's not really anything crazy like tank.
Heard that, Gerbs? I think he wants Tristan in mid lane.
No, don't do that.
Or Malphite.
That's all for Tony. Tony
All right.
is sated.
Any, anything else from anyone else?
I said for me, really good performance. It was amazing to see you take that game from a slight goal deficit to a huge commanding lead.
Agreed. Fantastic job to you and my queen, my love, also dominant, and Azazel. All of you guys did great. If Have First played good, y'all just played better, and that 2-0 was well deserved.
Thank you.
Man, I can't wait to play y'all later, but well played. Y'all did great. If there are no more parting words, I think this is a good time to end it. Thank you all for watching our second playoffs games of the season. This was JT versus File First. JT came out on top, swinging, ready to take the crown. That should be it for us tonight. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Bye.
Stay hydrated.
That.